What's going on with it, family? Give family a chance here to kind of jump in here right quick. Find a place to park here real fast. Hopefully, we won't get the live turned off, but it's okay even if it does today. I'll just start a new one. If they cut the live like they did yesterday, we'll just start a new one. Okay, so just be on the lookout for another live if they if they cut this one. Okay, just give people a chance to kind of come in here real quick. I tried to put up a quick little post, just let you guys know to kind of expect me to go live around this time. Give people a heads up of what we were going to be doing. Like I said, it's time for people to get serious about, what it is that they believe. Time for people to get serious about what's important. Time is very, very short, So time is very short. People think the world thinks that they just got forever, and they're still planning on all these things continuing the way that they have been. Things are going down, but not the way that the Gentiles have told them they're going to go down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's still waiting for their 7-year tribulation period. They're still waiting for the Antichrist to come. They're still waiting for that whole Left Behind movie to play out. We're still waiting for Buck Williams to come out and make stories, and they expect it to work out just like the movies that they've set up. But that's not how things are going. See, when you make up prophecies, and the people that the prophecies center around, they're nowhere in your prophecies. The Bible is our book, and the Bible is talking about the Israelites. So if you really exclude the true Israelites from prophecy, your prophecy, then anything that you guys come up with is not going to work out. It's not going to be true. And that's exactly what's going on right now. That's why they're stuck. They're stuck talking about Russia, Ukraine, and the things that are going on right there. That's all they're talking about. That's all their prophecy revolves around: Russia and Ukraine. And that's going to be the end, and America's going to be destroyed. And once America's destroyed, they can't defend Israel. And then all of a sudden, the Arabs are going to rise up, and they're going to attack Israel. And then the Most High is going to have to stand up and fight for Israel, and all their other BS. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is not working out. You see what I'm saying? All of that is not working out because those scenarios are not biblical at all. They're not. That's just Gentile interpretation of our scriptures. And you know how that's going to go. The Gentile interpretation of our scriptures is not going to go very well at all. And that's why, when they don't want us talking, they don't want us to come together, they don't want us to, exclude their breakdowns and come up with our own. I said that's what they don't want that. That's why they mess with the channel. That's why they mess with the chat. That's why they hide the chat. That's why they hide the numbers of how many people are here, all that stuff, because they don't want you to realize that people are listening to you. People are listening and watching us as a nation. The higher ups have always, watched us, because they know that the things that happen to us and how we respond and how we get more knowledge and understanding, that is the true measure of the fulfillment of prophecy. And then they've set up all these people to mess up our awakening, to try to hijack our awakening. They that's why a lot of people, that's why they try to oversimplify things. All black people are this, so therefore they can send some infiltrators that look like us to come in and to cause issues and to mislead us into the wrong direction. They still got us thinking that you got a lot of infiltrators who still make you think that you can only read 66 books. They got a lot of infiltrators that make you say, okay, you can only read the 80 and that's it. The Gentiles can't tell you that anymore because you're not listening to them. But that's why they'll use people that look like us to come in and say, okay, I'm this and I'm that. I get emails of people saying, well, I've been called to do this and I've been called to do that and this. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Go do it. Don't come to me. I mean, go to the Most High and go do it. And if the Most High ordains you, then he will bless you. And he will give you the knowledge, understanding, and the direction and the means to be able to, do the things that you say you're called to do. You don't need my approval. You don't need me to latch on to you and follow you and whatever else. I said, follow the Most High. And if you are called to do certain things, he will make a way for you to be able to do it. Just go do it. Go, you know what I'm saying? It's just go and do it. That's it. Now, yesterday, I said the Most High was giving me understanding. I wasn't even, when I was talking about science and dominant genes and recessive genes and all that stuff, I don't have this live planned out. So wherever the Most High leads me, that's what I'll talk about. And it seemed like once I started talking about the dominant and recessive genes, that's when the live went haywire. You know what I'm saying? That's when everything started to go haywire as far as the chat, as far as the and then all of a sudden they just cut it. I says so, and then like I said, so you need to make sure you go back and take a look at the video from yesterday. Take a look at that video from yesterday, because like I said, it's you got to create a reality that goes along with the things that you do. If you have recessive genes and all you can do is make one group of people, then you got to create a reality that supports that theory, so supports that, that lifestyle or that, that things that you can make. See, us as Israelites, we know that we can make everything. So therefore, it's not as easy to say like, all Israelites look like this. And then all these people that look like this are this, and all these people that look like that are that. I said, that's not how things work. I'm sure that here in the Americas, before the, Christopher Columbuses and the Gentiles were allowed to come over here, I'm sure that our societies had different looking people. It was not, Most High loves variety. You know what I'm saying? So, he loves variety. So like he said, even in the book of Enoch, it says that he made Noah like an albino. And actually, in the book of Enoch, it talks about how Noah looked like the fallen angels. I said, so our people in our societies are going to be, there's going to be a mix. So this whole, like, all white people are this and all black people are that, that's not something that we came up with. Okay. That's something that the other nations would come up with because that's how they think. Because two supposedly white people cannot make a black person. But two, supposed black people can make black, brown, white, yellow. We can make everything. Okay, that goes. So just going back to this, just the basics. Who has dominant genes? If you have dominant genes, that means that's where everything started from. Everything would have to start from our people because we were blessed with the dominant genes. So on my thumbnail, just like from yesterday, and I did the same one today, when it talks about Vicente Fernandez, I don't know if anybody had a chance to look him up. If you don't know who he is, I was talking to my wife about it, and it was just, she was cracking up with the meme. She thought it was so funny because she's like, it's just funny because she goes, my people, she's Latina. They like venerate Vicente Fernandez. Like he's like, he's like, you don't mess with him. He's like tops of everything. So you could tell like that them saying that Disney's going to make a movie and they're going to portray him as a supposed black man pissed off, a lot of Latinos. You could tell it, okay? But like I said, as pissed off as you were about that, you should come just as hard when your churches have shown you white Jesus. Because you know damn well that Jesus, there's no way he was a European. So as hard as you come at supposedly, them, showing Vicente Fernandez as being black, you should be just as pissed off when supposed Europeans have painted Jesus, as you say, as a white man. You should be just, you should be doing that. But you guys, but they don't. They, if the supposed, so-called white man tells them, this is your God, and that's it. They don't even question it. This is your God right here. He looks just like this, and you don't even question it. And even when someone comes and tells you that, hey, that's not what Jesus would have looked like, you don't want to hear it. But you say things like, oh, I love everybody. We love everybody. The Roman Catholic Church loves everybody. We're all universal and everybody's equal, and everything else. Okay, then if you're so cool with white Jesus, then why would you get pissed off at black Vicente Fernandez? Because that's exactly what they've done. And that quote was pretty much, like I said, it was in Spanish, but like I told you, it was pretty much said, it was like, yeah, it kind of upsets me that we're to this point in society, but Disney doesn't come up with anything new. So all they're doing is just rehashing their movies and putting supposed black people as like the main characters now. Like, so that, and this whole woke, thing is just going, it's just ridiculous and blah, 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 blah. Now I'm like, okay, you guys haven't quite understood this yet, because the Catholic Church and all these Christians have taught you this. You think that the devil only does evil things, and that the devil, is a free, he's a free agent and he can do whatever he wants. Okay, the Most High told you in scriptures, and you look it up yourself, where it says, somebody can put it in the chat, that the Most High creates good and creates evil. Most High does all these things. Please put that in the chat if you guys wouldn't mind, so they can look that up for themselves. Okay? So if the Most High created evil and he controls the devil, just like in the book of Job, when the devil had to come and get permission from the Most High to attack Job, right? So that shows you that even when bad things are happening, the Most High is ultimately in charge, right? So do you think that all of a sudden Disney is making movies and putting so-called black people as the lead, like just because, I don't know, they're kind of bored and they're just gonna just throw black people out there as the leads? You really think that that's why they're doing this? You think that Disney's like, oh, you know what? I feel bad for having portrayed everyone as being white, and we made all these cartoons with black people looking like monkeys and gorillas and portraying them, in a bad light for decades and decades and decades. You think all of a sudden that they got a conscience, and like, I'm going to make up for the ill treatment we've done for black people, and I'm just going to start making movies and just putting black people as the leads because I'm trying to atone for the things that we've done. You really think that that's why Disney's doing this? No. The Most High is making them do this to test every single one of you. The Most High is like, okay, you guys all say you love everyone, right? You say you love everyone, right? Well, all of you guys love Disney. You love these movies that they've made. I'm going to make Disney redo these movies and put black people as the main people. And I want to see your reaction. That's the Most High doing that. Because then all that love that you say you have is going to be tested. Okay, well, let's see. If you say that it doesn't matter what color Jesus is, you're going to love him no matter what. It doesn't matter what color this person is, I'm going to love him no matter what. It doesn't matter what color anyone is, I'm going to love them no matter what. If that's true, then I'm going to have Disney here put black people, in these movies. I'm going to have them put them in The Little Mermaid. I'm going to have them put them in, in Cleopatra, and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, because the Most High he's going to have a testimony for every single person. So it doesn't matter what you say. See, really quick, you're gonna realize real quick, how these people really think. You see what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, these people who said they love everybody, they love everyone equally, and they were all the same, we're all equal, are just going ape shit about oh hell no, that's not a right depiction of the Little Mermaid. She was white, and I was like, how the hell would you know? You see what I'm saying? Egyptians, they talk about Cleopatra being black, and the Egyptians that are there today, all of a sudden are all pissed off because they said that,